I love me a good Saturday night when it is 8 p.m. and this is the last thing on the list before completely knocking out and sleeping for a long time. Anyways, it's February 7th, Saturday. We had a 6 a.m. wake up today to get ready for a 14-mile workout. So normally on days like this, the work ends up being a little bit more routine as opposed to deep, but we'll dive into what exactly went down today, just how I'm feeling about priorities. But first and foremost, I wanted to remind everybody who's watching this to enjoy our life. It's short, we're not here for a long time, and you are in control. I don't know if you need to hear this or who needs to hear this or what's going on, but you have control over your life, and every single thing comes down to the choices that you've made. That was in honor of my mom, who got me this shirt and taught me that life is all about choices. Nonetheless, it kind of leads into one of the thoughts that I wanted to go over today is competing priorities. So it can only be one priority. Now today I ran 14 miles in the morning as we're about a month and a half away from the Syracuse Half Marathon, which is the next race I'll be competing in. And that took away from work hours. Like, want to go out in the morning so it's not super hot. So you have the mental energy to be able to make it happen. You get calls later in the afternoon, so you got to spend the deep work block out running 14 miles, which took a little under 2 hours. And you're driving out to the track, driving back, stretching before, stretching after, eating before, eating after, taking a shower, and then like you've now depleted 1,000+ calories doing that, and now you're like not as focused on the work afterwards. So it's like, which is more important? Well, definitely the work's more important, but is it the number one priority if you're going out and doing stuff like this? So it's been really top of mind in terms of like trying to be elite at multiple things. Like, I'm trying to be elite at running. Like, running a sub 115 half is, I think, a pretty elite time. And then also trying to be elite at business, get to $1 million per month within the next year of business. Like, those are two pretty elite things, but much easier to be elite at one thing than it is to be at two. And I think competing priorities are what can kill a business and can kill a goal. So it's been very top of mind there. Nonetheless, we did get a lot of shallow work done today. So I've noticed on days where I'm like really mentally depleted, it's good, instead of like trying to climb Everest, to just pack your bag for Everest and to be able to make sure that you're ready to go up Everest and prepare it, as opposed to actually doing it. So what I mean by that is like reviewing lots of videos today, making sure the inbox is cleared, prepping for calls and deep work tomorrow, as opposed to trying to conquer the world when the brain is visibly down after a long run in the morning. But so we got a lot of shallow work done, but the deep work was Poppy in the morning. Poppy AI is a new AI I'm exploring, and it's been very helpful in writing scripts in the 45 minutes that I've tried it. Basically, you can take like YouTube videos and stuff and then help write scripts off the back of that. It's pretty interesting. I'm still playing around. I'll let you know how it goes. Logistics, 6 a.m. wake up, 5 reach outs for the day. Had a call with a big client that we're moving down the pipeline, sent out a contract to earlier in the week, and we're just finalizing some things there. So we got a lot of new clients that are coming on as well, which is very excited. That being said, some lessons and notes for today is one of them is no equals yes. So like, what are you saying no to in order to say yes to your goals? Now, if I would have said no to this run, I would have been saying yes to my business goals, which is why I've been kind of like battling with this, because it's like a 3-hour big deep work sesh missed in the morning. But also at the same time, like I'm kind of saying no to my 20s as a whole. Like, I'm now about to be 23 and a half, and this is what all of my Saturday nights look like. Like, it's turning 8, exactly 8 p.m. right now, on the money. And I'm like about to go to bed and then wake up early tomorrow and then do it all again, and then work all week and then do it all again next weekend, and then keep the cycle going unless we're traveling. So that saying no to being out at the bars in Scottsdale right now is saying yes to my dreams and goals and company vision. Second thing, I've been noticing recently, I've been retaining a lot more information that I've been learning. And part of it, I honestly think, is because of these videos. This was intended originally to just be a very much like docu-style of life, and like forced me to document the journey and how far we're coming along. But what it's actually also done a very good job of is putting me at the top of the learning pyramid. The learning pyramid is something that I saw for the first time a couple years back, which is basically if you hear something, you don't retain a lot of it. If you see something, you don't retain a lot of it. And then if you teach it, or like if you hear and listen to it, or if you listen to it and read it at the same time, then you get it more. If you write it down, you get it more. But then the highest rung of the learning pyramid is actually teaching it. So if you learned about the learning pyramid and then made a video or a presentation about the learning pyramid, it would stick better in your brain. So I've been telling everybody, I said last night about the 3 reasons to always be hiring every Friday that I learned at the ACQ workshop. I've just been telling everyone about that. I'm teaching as much as I can. And it's honestly like selfish to teach because I get to retain things better. So those were the 2 things that were top of mind today. Sometimes I kind of be like forcing ourselves to come up with like a lesson or a note. And I think that's good, because if you just will give in and it's just like, oh yeah, I'm not going to do that today, then you give into the excuse one time, it feeds the excuse. Do you want to feed the discipline side of you, or do you want to feed the excuse side of you? Every time that you say no to something because you're feeling tired or feeling sore because you don't feel like it, or because you're hungry or you're too busy or you're too tired, you're feeding that excuse side of you, so that now something slightly smaller could occur and you'd be like, oh, but I gave into it last time, so I'll give into it this time. Versus if you feed the discipline side of you, where it's like, okay, well, I'm going to force myself to write a lesson or a note on here so that I can learn something new every day. I'm going to force myself to do the reach outs every day. I'm going to force myself to do a workout every day. You feed the discipline side of you. Whereas the next time something hard comes up, you say, oh yeah, well, I did that last time as well when this happened. I still did it when these were the circumstances, so I'll be able to do it this time as well. So that's what's top of mind. That was Saturday. Feeling a very productive Sunday ahead. So I'm gonna rest up for that, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.